All right, hey there. So, real quick, little bit of a confession here. I made a video the other day that went over the ClickFunnels affiliate program, and in that video, I made a mistake. Ironically enough, the name of the video was the math to becoming a super affiliate with ClickFunnels, and my math was incorrect because it was based on some inaccurate information. So rather than take that video down, I'm going to leave that video up because there's a lot of good information on the other half of it that I think would be valuable to people. But I'm making this video, and funny enough, the title of it's going to be the corrected, something to the effect of the corrected math or something like that. Because I want people to know that there was a mistake. I want to be fully transparent. And if you've been watching my videos, you know that I don't edit anything out. I don't go back and try to make everything look perfect. I want you to see everything as it is, because in business, the one thing I don't like about most videos, about most courses, things like that, is that they really don't show you the quote blooper reel, as I call it, what happens in the background. They kind of edit that stuff out, make everything look real seamless and perfect. But in business, you're going to find that nothing is seamless and perfect. You're going to run into all kinds of obstacles and challenges. So that's what this video is. So let's go over this really quick. It's so funny because when I started the other video, the actual information was right in front of my face. It was this right here. It pays 40% monthly recurring commissions. Now, I know that the basic package in ClickFunnels is $97 a month. So with that, if we're doing 40% of $97, I said it was 47. It's actually this. We do times 0.4, and we get $38.80. So the actual reoccurring commission amount per month off of the basic package is actually $38.80 a month, not $47. So that was wrong. And it changes the numbers a little bit. And I didn't want this to be misleading. Now, here is what I was going off of. I was showing how the goal of most people who start promoting ClickFunnels as an affiliate is to get to that 100 subscriber mark. There's a number of reasons why. First off, your monthly recurring income at that rate is $3,880. Plus, ClickFunnels will kick in an additional $500 stipend for your car lease. Car of your choice. So I had addressed the car information in the other video. I was just, the math on this was incorrect. So remember that the math is, if you're looking at the basic package in ClickFunnels, $97 a month times 40% gets you your $38.80 per month. That is the math right there. So let's kind of go through. I want to show you some things that I kind of missed. And I wanted to go into some principles that I may have touched on, but I want to expand on in this video. Now, here is what this looks like when you get to 200 subscribers a month. So when you get to 200, ClickFunnels goes ahead and says, all right, good job. We're going to give you double your car stipend. And what's cool about this is you can get a lot with that. But you're earning, you take this number and you double it. I am actually going to use a calculator instead of doing it in my head. I'm not embarrassed to admit that sometimes I need a little help. I probably could have done that in my head, but whatever. So what is that? $77.60 a month. Now, this is pretty decent income. Now, how do you get to the 200 subscribers? It's quite a climb getting to 100, especially if you don't have a lot of money to work with. A lot of people are going to be doing organic things like creating YouTube videos or creating blogs and content and things like that, or they're going to join Facebook groups, and they're going to contribute in those Facebook groups and then tell people who aren't aware of ClickFunnels about it. And then that, you can slowly but surely get to your 100 that way. If you have some capital to work with, obviously you can get this number a little bit faster. But here is something that I think is kind of what the pros are doing. when they get to this number and they're earning this amount of money here, they're going to take that and they're going to leverage that to get their 200. Now remember, this is $38.80 a month. So imagine if you had $4,000 almost that you could use to acquire traffic to help build your subscriber count up. $38.80 will get you definitely pretty far, and maybe even get you to the 200. But this is $38.80 a month. So if you think about this, if you use this over the span of a couple months, you would actually end up using this amount. Plus this amount's going to go up. As you get closer to the 200, it's going to go, it might go like this. 200 goes to 220, goes to 250, goes to 2, whatever. And at each level, you're getting an additional $38.80 per subscriber. So this amount is going to go up, which is going to increase the amount of money that you have to reinvest to get to your 200. Now you're talking all this extra money. And so then you just duplicate the process. To get to your 300, you're just going to invest your money here. Now, a lot of people, they might get to this number and say, okay, this number's good. I like this. This is a good monthly income. But think about it. Why short yourself? Plus, you never know if the 200 are going to stick around. Your best bet is to try to get your subscriber count as high as possible, because what's going to happen, is that people are going to churn. We talked about churn in the other video, which is why I wanted to keep it up. But churn is when people cancel. They cancel their membership. You are going to have churn regardless of how well you take care of your people. There are going to be people who cancel their subscription. And in the other video, I talked about ways to try to reduce churn and increase your stick rate, the number of people who stick around. And that's why I'm keeping that other video up, so check it out. So it's always better to try to get this number as high as possible, not only because it's going to increase the amount of money you're earning, but also because in the event of churn, you're going to still have a decent income. This income will be a lot more consistent. And it's a good practice to try to keep adding subscribers. If your churn rate, let's say your churn rate is 10%. Percentage, not a dollar sign. Let's say your churn rate is 10%. And let's say you have 300 subscribers. And let's say this is your monthly churn rate. This is how many people leave on a monthly basis. That means every month you're losing 30 people. But if you know what your average churn rate is, then you can say to yourself, okay, I need to add at least 30 people per month in order to kind of negate the effects of that churn, preferably more. Because what's going to happen is that if you can keep your churn at a consistent rate and just systematically work on lowering it while continually adding to your subscriber count, your income is going to be a lot more consistent. It's going to be predictable. And in business, you want things to be as predictable as possible. You want there to be stability because you need to be able to plan. As a business owner, you got to plan. You have to know where the money is going and where it's coming from. Okay, and you need to know how much is going out and how much is coming in so that you can make plans, so you can prepare campaigns, so you know how much capital you have to work with. Because in business, you want to continue to try to grow and expand. That's why, most people, they'll start by using the ClickFunnels affiliate program to create a reoccurring income, and then they'll move on to do other things. They'll create courses of their own and that they'll charge whatever for. They might do mentorships or coaching, and charge for that. They diversify their income. So if they have something on the back end that is consistently earning them money, that gives them time and resources to work on building content for these things, and then of course adding to their income. So that's why it's important to be aware. First off, like I was saying, your churn rate, and then of course to plan to have as consistent of an income as possible, because then you can focus on other stuff. You can focus on getting other things locked in. Now, when it comes to promoting ClickFunnels, this is something I want to address. With ClickFunnels, you're going to find that basically the biggest demographic of people that are promoted to for ClickFunnels is this demographic here: internet marketers, or if you're looking for more keyword specific, the make money online people. or whatever, and things like that. So this is kind of the biggest demographic that is targeted and marketed to. Now, when you're thinking about getting, subscribers for ClickFunnels, this may be your go-to. But a word of warning, this market is pretty saturated right now. What is saturation? Saturation is it's basically a percentage of people within a certain market who are aware that a product exists and have either made the decision they've already bought it, they're already an active subscriber, so they're going to ignore any other promotions for this. They have tried it and didn't like it or didn't want it. Or they're people that know about it and aren't interested. So when a market is saturated, basically this percentage is driven by the number of people number of marketers within a certain niche that are promoting to people within this niche, within this market. That's what drives saturation. So now, does that mean you can't promote in this market? No. What you look for are sub-niches or subsets of that market. And what are some subsets or sub-niches of this market? One of the bigger ones is new marketers. People that are brand new. And new marketers are entering this niche all the time. These are probably going to be your 9-to-5ers. People that are currently working full-time jobs and want to get out of that and they want to find a way to make money on their own. And so this is your demographic. Now here's where it can get a little bit dicey. Veteran marketers know that this market is saturated. So they already know that these are the kind of people they want to target. Because then they can get in there, they can introduce themselves as the go-to for this market and get them signed up. I have a problem with this, though. I do have a problem with it. It's not something I can do anything about, but it's something that kind of peeves me because one thing I see a lot of is people promoting course and content to this particular demographic and saying that it's perfect for, people with full-time jobs. But I've looked at some courses and I've looked at some content, and unless you have, you can start it at 7 a.m. and work it till 5 p.m., unless you can work those courses and those programs the same amount of hours and give it the same amount of energy and attention as a 9-to-5 job, it's going to take you forever to see the kinds of results that other people who have more time, more freedom, more flexibility have. And that is one of my biggest issues that I see. So if you're going to promote to this niche and you're going to offer things that are going to help this niche out, make damn sure that your content, if you're saying this is perfect for the 9-to-5 worker, you need to make damn sure that your content is perfect for the 9-to-5 worker, that it will fit into their schedule, that it will fit into the fact that they have this huge block of time dedicated to earning an income. It's one of my biggest pet peeves that I see online, and guess what? If it's mine and I'm in that, and I was in that situation, 9-to-5, I saw these courses, I saw this stuff, and I'm thinking to myself, there's no way in hell I can do this. It's going to make me not trust that person because they're not really creating stuff that's for me, the 9-to-5 worker. And I guarantee you, a 9-to-5er is going to look at that stuff, go through it, and say, I have no time for this. And they're going to quickly not trust that source and that content. It's a great niche to target, a sub-niche, I should say, to target. You just want to make sure that if you're providing content, information, products, and services geared towards that particular subset, that your stuff really does as it's supposed to do, that it is going to help those people who are in those situations with those severe time limitations get the results that they want. You need to make sure of that, or they're not going to trust you. Trust me, there are plenty of good marketers that I know of that I have tremendous respect for. But when I got into their courses, into their content, and I saw just how much it was geared towards people who have a lot more time and flexibility than I do, it really created a negative impression in my mind of that person. It's not to say that their information wasn't correct. It's not to say that their methods and strategies weren't accurate. They are. Their methods and strategies will work, but they have to put those methods and strategies in the context of who they're targeting. That's key. And that's key for any market. That's key for any audience. When you are targeting your audiences, they tell you one of the biggest things you need to do is you need to understand the problems and pain points that audience has. Why do we do this? Because when we create products and services, we want to address these. Oh man, I can't spell today. Address those problems and pain points. So if your product is create a business even with a 9-to-5 job. 9-to-5 job. If that's your product, if that's the name of your product and that's what you're toting it toward, and you are addressing the audience with those pain points, and this is what you're saying your product will do. Your title of your product is this. Or, it might have some gimmicky name like the full-time worker program or whatever. But if this is your claim here, it needs to live up to that claim. You need to make sure your product does what it says. So when you're targeting, understand the pain points and problems. This is for any market. If you're doing a weight loss, and one of the problems or pain points is that diets are hard or restrictive, and you're touting a program that says lose weight without hard diets or something, lose weight without restrictive dieting, you need to make damn sure that when you make that claim, it lives up to it. Because as soon as that person gets into your product, sees that it does not, it has nothing to do with your claim, that your claim is completely inaccurate, here's what they're probably going to do. Here's what I've done. They're going to email you and say, give me my money back. And they are never going to do business with you ever again. They're going to see your ads and they're going to roll their eyes. They're going to see your emails and they're going to unsubscribe or they're going to spam them. Make sure your content lives up to its claims. If you're making a claim, you need to back it up. And so something that really irks me, that's something that really irks me when I see that. Because I know what it takes to start and run a business as a full-time worker. I did it. And so I know the amount of time and energy and sleeplessness and struggle and stress and anxiety that process creates. So that's why whenever I see something that makes that claim, I'm going to take a very serious look at it. I've bought products. Actually now, as a business owner, I bought products to look at them and say, okay, does this do what it says it's going to do? Because if it does, for me, that is a market that I want to target. If it does, if I look at that and say, I could see myself doing this if I were in that position, as a 9-to-5er, this could actually work. I'm going to sign up to be an affiliate for that program. Not only am I going to give mad props to that person for doing what they said, I'm going to sign up to promote that product on their behalf, make myself a commission off of that, and they're going to make money off of my efforts. Because I think that when somebody makes a product that lives up to its claims, that person needs to be rewarded. I guess that's the word I'm trying to look for. And by that I mean it needs to get in the hands of people who can use it, and that person deserves compensation for taking the time and the effort to build a product that lives up to what it says. But if I see a product that does not do that, or that is just wildly out in left field, not only will I not promote it, not only will I not give mad props, but I'll make sure to tell everybody I know, wait a minute, this program, you don't get into it unless you got a ton of time on your hands. It says this, but really, you might have to quit your job. If you can afford to quit your job and live for a few months on nothing, like if you can afford to save up some money and live without a job for 3 or 4 months, hey, this might be the program for you. Go for it. But if you're trying to build something as a side hustle while you're working, stay away. And I will do that because I find it my duty to keep people informed. I can't stand misleading stuff. And misleading is subjective, I know. Just remember that your claims need to be, they need to be applicable and in the context of the people you're targeting. So what do we do now with as far as getting people to sign up for ClickFunnels? How can we do that? Real quick, I'm just going to kind of just give you a few tips. One of the best ways I found that a lot of people are doing is they create courses or trainings on how to use ClickFunnels. So basically what the course might be, it may not be just for ClickFunnels. The course might be, an affiliate marketing course. And I've seen a lot of these, and a lot of them are really good. And they are pretty good for people who are in those 9-to-5 positions. So I like to join those types of things and become an affiliate for those things. So they create course trainings. Now, in the course trainings, they'll do trainings on how to use ClickFunnels. And they'll promote ClickFunnels within their course. And sometimes they'll give this away for free. They'll say, hey, I'm giving this course away for free. It's great. It's worth, $1,200. I'm going to give it to you for free. And what they're doing is they're giving away free content to build trust and rapport. They're going to provide them with tips and strategies to do affiliate marketing. And within that information, they're going to also position the ClickFunnels offer. They're going to say, hey, look, one of the best ways to create effective sales funnels or sales processes is to use ClickFunnels. It's a great system. And you know what? I'm even going to teach you how to use it. So they're not only positioning ClickFunnels and providing them with the training, and they're providing them value on the front end, but they're also addressing one of the reasons for churn, and that is don't know how to use. That's one of the biggest reasons. So they're already proactively addressing that issue within their training. They're providing all of this up front. They're positioning the ClickFunnels affiliate offer, and then they're addressing reasons why they may not stick around. To me, that's smart. That's real smart marketing right there. And that's very ethical marketing if you think about it. Because maybe, I've seen some of these courses. Some of them they could easily charge $1,200 or more for. They provide so much value. It took a lot of time to create those programs, a lot of effort and energy and resources. $1,200 would be more than reasonable. But when they throw that out there for free, and all they're asking for is for them to consider signing up for ClickFunnels, and they'll even train them how to use it. To me, that's the way to do it right there. You're going to build a lot of trust and rapport with your audience. So courses, trainings, some other ways to get people into ClickFunnels. Besides that, let's see here. One of the ways that I like is the use of share funnels. So, and some people, they'll take this and they'll even throw this in here as well. What a share funnel is, it's just basically a duplicate copy of a funnel that you have. So let's say you're a ClickFunnels user and you have a sales funnel that works really well. It converts real well for whatever your product or service is. Now, you want to get people into ClickFunnels. Maybe you want to diversify and you want to get that reoccurring commission as a ClickFunnels affiliate, and the funnel you have works. It's dialed in. You just grab your funnel share link from within the settings within your funnel, and you give that to people as a bonus. So you might say, hey, look, I'm going to give you a free training on how to sell this product or how to sell whatever. And not only that, but I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you a free copy of the exact funnel use. I see a lot of this too. Really, really effective. Now, in order to use the share funnel, people have to have a ClickFunnels account. So see what we did there? So yeah, you get the free funnel for sure, but you have to sign up for ClickFunnels in order to get it. And because they're using that person's share funnel, guess what? That person gets that credit as a sign up for ClickFunnels. So this is a great way to provide value to somebody on the front end. Some of these funnels were thousands of dollars. It took a lot of time and testing to get them dialed in. So these are very high value assets. And so when you're willing to give somebody that high value asset, you're not just giving them something that's worth a lot of money, but think about the time investment it would take for that person to make a funnel like that themselves, especially if they don't know how to use ClickFunnels. You are basically erasing the learning curve, saying, look, don't spend hundreds of hours building this funnel, spend 2 seconds downloading it. I don't know why I crossed out share share. Thought maybe I'd written something about time there, whatever. But anyways, don't spend hundreds of hours building this yourself. Take my exact funnel, the duplicate of my funnel that works, that's been proven. You want proof? Here's some statistics. Here's some numbers. You can see the number of sales conversions and opt-ins and all that other stuff. This funnel works. And then you give that to them, you hook them up, maybe you get them some training on how to use ClickFunnels. In addition, I'm going to teach you how to use ClickFunnels so you can, build some of these of your own. Not only that, but I'm also going to teach you where to find the correct traffic, the best traffic for this particular funnel. So now you're not only addressing the learning curve with learning ClickFunnels, and not only are you addressing the use, you're giving them training on how to use ClickFunnels to build their own, but now you're teaching them how to direct traffic, the lifeblood of marketing, to that funnel so they can start earning money. That is a tremendous amount of value right there. It's a great way to get ClickFunnels signups, especially if your funnel is already earning you a consistent revenue and you want to diversify your income by getting affiliates to join, by getting subscribers to join ClickFunnels and you getting a commission off that. It's a great way to do that. So just a couple things. I just wanted to point some of those things out. The main things I wanted to cover first off is that when you join the ClickFunnels affiliate program, your goal is 100 subscribers. You get your $500 stipend for your car lease. It's a pretty decent $3,880 per month. And, and then you just use that $3,800 or whatever a month to start building your subscriber, higher and higher. Know your churn rate and keep adding subscribers at a rate that at least keeps pace with your churn percentage, preferably higher. Make sure that when you're targeting people for ClickFunnels, that who you're targeting and the offer you're positioning are in alignment. Make sure that you frame your offers in the context of that person's situation. That person will trust you if you do that. Okay, very important, very key. So you want to make sure that your message and your market match. Message to market match. And then, of course, to get people to sign up for ClickFunnels, there's a number of different strategies. You can create free courses. You can create free trainings. You can give them away share funnels. There's a number of different ways to do this. You can promote to your list. Why can't I spell? To list. So if you have an existing email subscriber list, you can promote to your list. If your list has been segmented and you know the types of offers that each segment of your list likes, find a way to connect the interests of those segments to ClickFunnels. I guarantee it if there's a way. If you have a personal development... I'm running out of space again. Apologize for having to do this, but I just keep having ideas. If your list is segmented, and let's say one of those segments is personal development, how can you connect personal development with ClickFunnels? Well, you have to understand the interests of people within this niche. What are people interested in? I guarantee you people are interested in personal development for a number of reasons, but one of the biggest reasons is money. Money is a big reason. They want the right mindset. They want the mindset to help them keep more of their money. So, or maybe they're interested in personal development because they want to be a teacher. Well, guess what? ClickFunnels is a platform. And I'm not just talking about a software platform. I'm talking about, why can't I spell today? Remember, unedited. I like everyone to see everything in the raw. It's a platform. It's a stage where people can, send out their message. This is going to be a horrible little microphone looking thing. Looks like a triangle. But it's a platform that people can send out their message. So if a person is interested in personal development because they want to be a coach, boom, ClickFunnels can provide them, can be a platform for them to get out their message to people. Maybe they want to start a personal development coaching or a life coaching business. Right here, ClickFunnels. If they want to make more money, personal development. Well, how can they make more money within the personal development niche? Go to ClickBank. There are tons of PD, personal development products in ClickBank. Person wants to increase their money and they're interested in personal development. Hey, say, look, I know you're interested in personal development. I love it. It's great. Personal development is great for making lives better. And if you want to make more money and you also want to help people's lives, ClickBank has some great products. And a great way to promote those products, you guessed it, ClickFunnels. There's a way to connect almost every single market. No matter how your list is segmented, no matter how many different interests are within your list and how well those are segmented, there's a way to connect this product to those interests. So get creative. Find ways to get the people in your list to want ClickFunnels. That's how you can promote to your list, and then of course the other ways I mentioned. So that's it for now. I just wanted to get that out there, give you some ideas. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next one.